My name's Will, and I'm a member of the Inverloch Surf Lifesaving Club. So we've noticed that the sea levels have been rising, and essentially it's put our Surf Lifesaving Club in danger.
So I'm a retired geography teacher, and I mentioned to you that I'm also an Al Gore climate reality trained educator. From my perspective, there is no doubt that climate change is contributing in a significant way to what's happening.
So since 2012, we've lost over 30 metres of beach to erosion, and it's only increasing.
So that includes beach and the dunes and vegetation. So that has had implications for people going to the beach, like you can't sit on the beach at high tide. So Inverloch has been established on sand. If you have sandy beaches in front of the town, then they are more at risk of erosion than, say, you've got a town that's on a cliff top like Cape Patterson, above a cliff top.
There's been sort of metre by metre, the water's been creeping up and eroding away at high tide at the shore, and as a result, it's taken away a lot of the beach space, and the club's been affected by it, the Inverloch Surf Club.
We're talking about millions and millions of dollars worth of private and public infrastructure that is on the line if things continue.
To be honest, it makes me quite fearful. The erosion's rising, and we're fearful that it could encroach onto our living space and where we live. We've lost 2 towers at the Surf Lifesaving Club, which have had to be rebuilt.
And we've already seen the Lifesaving Club, a great deal of money has been spent to protect the Lifesaving Club, the wet sand fencing and now the sandbagging.
We've adopted a soft engineering approach. So what we've done, we've built a wet sand wall in order to protect against the erosion on the club.
The wet sand fencing was modelled on what's been done on a beach at Port Fairy, where some slat fencing is put in that allows the waves to go through but breaks up the wave energy so it doesn't drag the sand away from the beach.
We've built a wooden wall of sorts along the shoreline, and that allows the water to filter through, but it also disperses the wave's energy, and that prevents the sand being pulled back out by the tide and in turn assisting with the erosion. So
in our warming world, oceans are bulking up, so warm water is bulkier than cold water, and so sea levels are rising partly because of that and also because of the loss of glaciers from land masses, Greenland and Antarctica. Much of what we do every day in our lives, we are using fossil fuels. So it comes back to what we do. That means that gas, oil and coal are being burnt. So if you think of our atmosphere, our fine, thin atmosphere around the Earth is like a blanket. And what we are doing by burning fossil fuels, that we are making the blanket around our Earth thicker. So more of the solar radiation, more of the heat from the sun is being retained in our atmosphere. So it's the blanket that is the pollution that we are adding to our atmosphere that is causing what's happening. So sea level rise is directly related to changes in the atmosphere related to climate change. So there is an organisation called Market Forces which look at where all of those sort of mega organisations invest their funds. So it is definitely worthwhile having a look at Market Forces and where your bank invests and where your super invests. Australia has the potential to be a model for the rest of the world if we took a different path and said, we have the sun, we have the wind, we have the brains, we have the technology, we have the, we can be 100% renewables. If everyone took responsibility, if everyone said that what I do in my everyday life matters in terms of us fixing the climate crisis.
And, I want my kids to grow up on this beautiful beach as I did. And I think the first steps we have to make as a community together to combat this.
If you took responsibility, that it's not someone else's problem, it is every one of us. Every one of us is part of the problem, and every one of us can be part of the solution.